Welcome to the High Heels Happy Hour, where we never have a dull moment.
Yes.
Yes. We would just did a little test, video test and sound test, and I have a thing. I need to make weird faces and
noises.
And noises.
Which I will post because I recorded.
Yeah, and they're not my my most attractive shots. But hey,
depends who looks at them.
Well,
they might.
Hey, I can make you laugh.
This one accentuates your tongue.
Yes, apparently I like to show my tongue, not in a sexual way at all.
Goodness.
I should point out. So, if you've never listened to this podcast before, I am sure you're a little confused right now. Yes. But hey, welcome to High Heels Happy Hour. I'm Christina. She's Ingrid, and we talk about everything lifestyle, life, self-improvement, self-development. Yeah, anything we want to talk about. Anything that might makes us grow, learn, and become a little bit wiser.
I concur.
One of the things we do every week to make you a little bit wiser, well, first of all, is to check in because, it's important to check in on each other. Mm-hmm. And then we give you a hack. But let's start with a check-in. How are you doing, Ingrid?
I've had a roller coaster of a week.
Yeah.
But one of the things was my car died and went to heaven.
Yes.
So I got a new car.
That is the upside of when the car dies and you can get a new one.
So it's kind of nice, really pretty. And I'm most excited about putting cheetah print on the windows as tint.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Well, I'll let you know if I get pulled over.
I have never seen that.
It's like a camouflage print, cheetah print. It's really cute.
Never seen that.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So she's gonna pimp her ride.
Yes. Because the other one was a great size car. We had a huge Armada, but between the gas, dying,
I'm kind of over the gas.
So now I have a 3-cylinder 4 turbo all-wheel drive.
Okay.
So for instance, I went to Tampa and back, and I used maybe half a tank.
Oh, that's nice. Can I ask you, why do you have an all-wheel drive?
Because that's how it comes.
Oh, okay. Because we don't need that in Florida.
No, but it was just fancy to say that.
Because all-wheel,
I had no other choice.
They take up a little more gas.
Oh, well, maybe that's why it's 3-cylinder.
But maybe you can turn that off.
Maybe.
Anyway.
But it was included in the package, so.
Yes. Okay. So congratulations on the new car smell.
Thanks.
Yes.
I love it.
It's nice. I do like a new car. It's been a while.
Okay, so you're next. But how was your week?
It was good. It was, son came back from college for the summer, which is always nice. And it was fun. It was interesting. I'm working with my coach on nutrition, and I've decided that I'm going to try to be as strong as I can be this year. For those of you that have listened before, know. I had a big birthday and decided it's about time I see how strong I can get. So everyone keeps saying, oh, it's so hard when you're older to build muscle and lose body fat, and everyone complains. But I've actually started some body recompositioning, which is very exciting because the scale has not changed at all. I weigh every morning, and which I've never done before because I've always hated weighing myself, but you become very immune to that feeling when you do it every day. And you always fluctuate between a couple of pounds up and down, depending on water retention, all that. But no, that's not changed. But the inches have gone down, and I know I have built more muscle.
That's awesome.
So that is doable at any age. Just saying, no more excuses. But it's really, and my coach, my coach Shay, maybe we should try to get her on one day, and she can talk more about it. But she's a nutritionist and a personal trainer, and she increased my calorie count. So I've been tracking with Chronometer that we've talked about before
Mhm.
too, which is a great app for that. And I'm going to tell you, this might sound terrible or like a dream. She increased my calorie count and I'm having a hard time keeping up. So like right
So
before I'm like, oh shoot, I got to eat because otherwise
so
I
what's it
won't
look like?
reach.
The amount?
So I'm at 1830,
Okay.
1830 calories per
And
day.
and make a note.
Uh-huh.
It's good food.
Of
It's
course. And you
when
track it according to macros. So you don't track the actual, just the calories. You
right.
track it. I have
But when you look at calories,
130.
somebody
Yes. And
eating,
I only eat whole foods. I don't eat
yes,
any processed
that's
foods.
a huge
Yes.
difference
Yes.
when you eat that kind of
Yep.
food.
So but I never thought, because I've always liked to eat. And I do think I ate more calories before. I just kind of snacked it. I mean, you kind of do a little
Grazing.
mindless. Yeah. uh, which you don't when you have to put everything in an app. You're like, oh shoot, I can't weigh this. Oh, then I can't eat it. And I have days when I don't. We went out for pizza and stuff. I don't know how to put that in the app,
To
so
weigh
then
the
I just
pizza.
skip that day. But then you make up for it another day. But it's now because I am building more muscle. She wants to increase my calories, and it's for the first time in my life. I'm like, wait, last night I hadn't put in my numbers in the app and I was like 300 calories short. I'm
Oh
like, what do I
man.
do now? I've already had dinner. So I had chocolate. Didn't quite reach it because I could only eat so much. But I'm like, okay, then I'm just gonna. But that's why I think I didn't sleep so well either, because I just kind of shoved things in my mouth
Uh,
late because I hadn't reached my. Because if you eat too few calories, then you're gonna start screwing with your metabolism, and also I'm not eating enough, especially protein. But I never have to worry about protein. I shoot way over my target every day. I eat like 160 grams of protein every day, at
huh.
least.
Well,
So that's and
you
I'm
have to get better.
130 is my kind of. But then I don't eat as much carbs and fat than I say. But it's very interesting. It's an interesting journey. For the first time, I can actually see it myself too. Kind of feel it and see it that I'm getting stronger, but it's also visible. I think that I'm getting stronger. So it's
And that's all
fun.
that matters. And it's just one of those things that people, when you get older,
Mhm.
people assume
Yeah.
you get older, you can't build muscle, you gain more weight. So,
Mhm. And
and
we
mentally, you
keep
get,
giving that as an excuse,
yes.
like I can't because of hormones. And hey, I'm right there, perimenopause. So having issues sleeping and all that. So, hey, you can still do it. So, I'm going to talk more about that another day, kind of what you can do when my journey has gone a little further, because I'm only in the beginning stages.
Cool.
Yes. So, that was my week. That was fun. But today we're going to, wait, hack. What's your hack?
My hack
Yes.
is to toot your horn. And we got the creamy
Ninja Creamy. If you did
Ninja.
not listen to last week's episode, you need to go back or we can just talk about the Ninja
Yes.
Creamy and the wonderful world of the Ninja Creamy.
Oh my word. I ordered the extra containers.
Yes.
Because it's, why not have extra flavors?
Yes.
And my children love it.
Yes.
And
We
they're
love it
all
too.
athletes, they all play sports and
Mhm.
they love ice cream and
Mhm.
chocolate. So we've made alternatives with Greek yogurt and
Mhm.
different milks and chocolate. Still having chocolate.
Mhm.
I get the Enjoy chocolate, which is gluten-free, egg-free, nut-free. I apparently have a lot of allergies.
Okay.
So,
but what about like straight up cocoa?
we've had some of them with cocoa, but they like the chips.
Oh,
The
okay.
little the texture.
Oh, okay.
So yes. So thanks,
Mhm.
Christina, for trying it first, because my
You know what?
children
I
love
eat it every night.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
even with the Ninja, I ate all the Ninja Creamy last night. I still couldn't make it up calorie wise. Well, then I couldn't, because you got to freeze it the night before. So it's not
yes.
like you can make it up on the whim. So I'm like, darn, now I can't eat more ice cream.
So
Yeah.
yes.
So you're welcome.
Yes.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Yes. I will say too, something I did this week, going back to what you talked about last week, expiration dates. I purged.
I'm
I went
so
to
proud of
my
you.
bathroom and started going through drawers and
I gotta drink
makeup,
to
and
that.
I did throw out a lot of stuff. Yeah. When I started thinking about it after, yeah, I'm like, ooh, this has been
Now
around
you have room. Now you have
a
use the stuff that
long.
you
And
have.
then I accidentally also purged when I dropped all my eyeshadows on the tile floor. So there was a big clean out.
Man.
Luckily, we both have a makeup store at home, so
Yeah.
I could replenish. But it was
What's
like,
interesting is that I also dropped my eyeshadow palette outside on the
so it
floor.
was. They told us you need to change your
Yeah, they're like,
palettes,
well,
and it's
Christina's doing
about
it. You
time.
got to do it
Yeah,
too.
but no. So if you didn't listen again, go back to last
Yes.
week, and it was a little eye opening, I have to say, when I started looking at some of them stuff. Okay, so my hack is totally tied into today's episode because we are starting a little vacation series since it's that time of the year. So the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about things you can do before, during, maybe after vacation. We'll see. And my hack is something I have talked about before, and I will talk about more today. Packing cubes for packing your suitcases. And we will have link to my favorite ones from Amazon. These, I love these because they come in different colors, so you can color coordinate them according to family members. But also they take no room if you happen to want to put a few more if you know you're going to shop or something. So the cubes themselves don't take any room because some of them are thick and kind of sturdy. Well, they take room. So I love these. So they're linked in the show notes. And then something everyone should have. Not only should you weigh your food and learn what you eat, you should have a luggage scale. Yes.
I
And
have
this
Victor.
one, well, my husband thinks he's a luggage scale, that he can lift it. And he's somewhat accurate, but not totally. But this, and it weighs nothing, so you can travel with it. I put this in my hand luggage always. But you hang the bag, you lift it up, and it will tell you how much it weighs.
That's cool.
And if you can't lift it, then it's probably too heavy. So a luggage scale, I linked. It's not this exact one because mine is old, but there is. They're so cheap on Amazon, and we linked to one that I thought looked good in the show notes as well. But that's a no-brainer for vacation times. You need to know what your luggage weighs so that you're not paying overcharges.
And you have room to shop.
Yes, and you should also weigh your hand luggage because, especially if traveling internationally, they do weigh your hand luggage. Yes, some airlines do, because otherwise people try to stuff everything into those. And in the overhead compartments, that can be pretty detrimental if they fall down. Yeah. So those are my hacks. And let's jump in. So today we're going to talk about how to pack like a pro. And as I call myself a pro, well, I am an image consultant. Not that makes me a packing pro, but it does make me a little bit of an expert when it comes to putting together outfits and what to think about. And also how to streamline outfits. But the packing aspect is because I have traveled internationally my whole life, especially since I moved to the States. And when we go back to Sweden in the summer, we go for a month traveling around. So that requires a lot of planning, packaging wise. Plus, what you need to know too is in Sweden, you never know what the climate is going to be. If you're going to be in Florida for the summer, it's going to be hot. You need no sweaters, no pants, you just need lightweight shorts, dresses.
And a rain jacket.
We need to, well, that's so fast. You just stay indoors when it rains. You don't go out in the Florida summer rain. But in Sweden, you need to pack for summer, fall, spring, rain. You never know. And they can shift quite a bit from week to week. So you always got to be prepared.
Huh.
So some of the tips that I'm talking about, well, some of them are very important, but one, depending on how long you're gone, you might not know exactly what the weather's going to be
Mm.
like. But so I know how to pack. I know how to pack one suitcase, and I've never had to pay overcharge. My There has been times when I have prayed a little prayer that they're not gonna see that it's maybe 2 pounds over. But and sometimes they can be nice and they're like, put one of those heavy tags on them. Never paid. So, packing like a pro. Are you ready, Ingrid?
I am ready.
So, hopefully, this will make your travel a little easier and make you enjoy your vacation a little more and not stress about what did I bring, what didn't I bring. So, my first tip right off the bat is probably something that most people find a little strange. I do not start packing and planning outfits. Well, number one, you got to start early enough. That is my first tip. Do not start packing the night before.
So many people pack the night before.
Because guess what happens? You're going to forget something and you are going to, or you're going to overpack because you just throw things in there. Stress packing is really not good for anyone. So I always try to start at least a week and just not that I put it in maybe in the bag, but I'll hang it to a separate section in the closet. Or if you have one of those rolling clothing racks, that's what I have. That's what I use. So I start hanging things that I think I'm going to want to wear or that I think I want to bring. And then with time, when you look at it and when it starts marinating, you go, you know what? I'm not going to need that because because first you're like, oh, that's such a cute outfit. That's such a cute outfit. Oh, I'm going to bring this and that and that. And you're like, there's not enough days for all this clothes. So start early enough. There's no such thing as starting too early. You could just start and thinking about things that you want to bring. So that's my first tip. Number two, start with the shoes.
I would have never thought of that.
Yes. And this is even better. So say that you start early enough and you start hanging your clothes. Now when it's time to start putting it in the bag or really start to get into the actual packing, this is when the shoes are so important. And that's why when you see all of the clothes, I really think visual, it's important here that you kind of hang them somewhere or keep them separate or put them on a chair or something so you see all the clothes. But starting with the shoes, because shoes is the most heavy thing in your bag, except for toiletries. But shoes, if you add several pairs of shoes, that can really add up weight-wise. As women, especially if, we like some heels, maybe we like some wedges, those are heavy. Yeah. Now flip-flops, no, that's not gonna break the scale. But really planning, because it's not just weight, it's also they're bulky, they're hard, so they take up room in your bag. But if you start with the shoes and then you kind of see how many outfits can go with this pair here, how many outfits can I build from this pair? If you have one outfit that requires a completely different pair of shoes, but those shoes don't go with anything else, skip that. Unless you're going to a wedding and you have a special dress you're going to wear or something like that. But no, try to get as few pairs of shoes as you can, or at least get as many outfits to go with each pair. So often I get, well, what color should I wear? Well, it depends on what colors clothes you have. But if in one thing to think about that's very handy, especially in the summer now, nude shoes for us women. Nude shoes that is the same color as her skin. So Ingrid and I would not have the same color nude shoes. If you can see, she has darker skin, so her nudes are going to be a little darker than mine. Yes, she's honey chocolate and I'm beige. um,
Oh,
so, but if you have nude shoes, they kind of go with everything. So if you have a good pair of nude heels or sandals, whatever it is, that's going to cover a lot of
mhm.
your outfits. So that's my one. That's a little bit of a surprise, but start with the shoes. That's number two. Okay. Another thing that most people forget until they get to the destination is to
Mm.
check what app, what app, Ingrid?
Dun, dun, dun. Weather.
Weather app. Guess what? On your phone, you have a symbol for the weather right there. You can see anywhere in the world what the weather is going to be like for the next week, at least the next week.
Whether or not you're gonna wear a sweater or shorts.
Look, even more, a week and a half I get here. So if
Yeah.
you are going to, wherever you're going to go, if you're going to go to several places, even more importantly, check your app. What is the weather going to be like? I don't know how many times I've traveled with my family or people or friends, and they go, I had no idea it was going to be this cold. Did you check the weather?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing before we had apps. It was a little harder because you only got your local
Mhm.
weather. We have no excuse. It's on every smartphone. Check your weather. What is it going to be like at the destination or the destinations? So you know whether or not you need sneakers because it's going to be raining, or if you're going to be fine with open toe shoes the whole time,
Mhm.
or if you need a sweater or a jacket. So, again, that whole thing with keeping your clothes out in good time before, now it's so easy to go, okay, so Saturday is going to be 60 degrees. Okay, do I have something that covers that for Saturday night? Um, Two, if you're traveling around a lot like I am, so certain places we go, I know there are certain events. So I know, okay, so that week it's going to be a party Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday and Sunday. What exactly am I going to wear?
Mm.
I know that already when packing. It's not like I'm just gonna throw in things and say, well, I can wear it one of these nights. No, I'm gonna dedicate what I'm wearing to each of the events that I already know about. And then you have backups for things that you don't know about. But when you travel around, you can also wear the same outfits because they're different people. So
Yeah.
they won't know what you wore last week.
Which makes it even more
So easy.
fun.
Yes, but that's where the whole planning. So you have your weather app. Please use it, and you also have your planner app. You know what day you're gonna do what. So
Mhm.
assign clothing accordingly. I even do sometimes when I'm really organized. I put post-its on the hangers. If I know for special occasion stuff, like, oh, that party, I know we have when we go to this place in Sweden, there's going to be a pink party and there's a white party. So I know I'm going to have something pink and something white. So I put little post-its on the hangers. So I know exactly, okay, that's the pink party. That's the white party.
That's so fun.
Genius.
Yes,
Genius.
I love it.
Yes. Okay. Now, if you're someone that travels a lot or often feel over, because packing is one of those things that really overwhelms people when it comes to
Mhm.
vacations. The packing part, the pre vacation, is more stressful and sometimes takes all the vacation to get over. So if you can eliminate that and make the whole travel and packing and all of it more joyful, it's so much better for you
Mhm.
and for your cortisol levels. So when you pack, or this summer when you're going away, and you find yourself creating these outfits that either you get a lot of compliments on or you just feel really comfortable in, take a picture or have someone take a picture of you in it. Or you could just put the clothes, hang them on a hanger, or put them down on the floor and take a picture. And then you save them again in your app. You have something called photos. So in photos, you save in your albums, you say summer outfits, cute summer outfits, and then you can do fall outfits. And then when you're packing, say that you're in a hurry and you didn't take my advice and started early enough, or if it's a last minute trip, you go to your so-called lookbook in your albums and go, okay, what do I wear on summer vacations? And right there you have the cute summer outfits. Genius, right?
Love it.
So lookbooks is something that I sometimes do for clients when we try to find outfits, and we do closet audits and we try on different outfits. And I say, well, what about this thing with that? And they go, oh, how am I going to remember that? I said, well, let's take a picture and we'll save it in your albums as cute outfit. Okay.
Love it.
So that's what we call a lookbook. And then when it comes to actually putting your stuff into your bag, use packing cubes. Now I remember growing up, because my mom has always been good at packing too, but I was taught, no, you put everything as flat as possible, flat as a pancake. And I had friends that rolled everything up like a little sausage. So there are different schools of packing, but I will say the cubes has made all the difference. Because when you pack clothes flat on top of each other and you want something in the bottom of the bag, you pull it out. Guess what happens with everything on top?
It pulls out and wrinkles and all that stuff.
Falls apart, and it looks like a bomb went off in your bag. Same thing if however you fold and roll. Once you start digging for the stuff in the bottom, well, the whole organization apart.
So I do love the idea of cubes, and I'm actually going to have the children pick their own colors. So what I do is I do roll.
Yep, you can do that.
The military taught me how to roll.
And you can do it, but it's so much better when you have them in assigned
that makes
cubes,
a big difference.
It makes a huge difference.
Underwear, socks, pants, shirt, everything as an outfit.
Okay, together. So you pack as an outfit. Okay.
I've always done that. And then I'm looking at this, I'm like, whoa, Christina, that's one good thing I did. But I do everything. Underwear, socks.
But even if you try to do it in a bag and you try to put it to one side, it's all going to fall apart once you start digging through it.
So when I saw those, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to it just makes it easier.
Yes. And you can do it different ways. So if you're going to travel around a lot, so I do it different ways. If I know I'm going to be at different places, I know I'm going to be in a big city and then I'm going to be maybe on a beach. You can do different cubes for the different destinations.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is my city cube, and then I have my beach cube there. That's just for that location. And then you could just grab that cube, and you can pack it with underwear and socks and all that. But you could each family member could just grab their cube for that destination.
Destination cube.
Now, if you're going to travel around, or say that you're going to go somewhere and you're pretty much going to use the same clothes all over, I pack each cube according to what it is. So I do pants, shorts, I do bottoms, pants, shorts, jeans, skirts in one cube.
Okay.
Sometimes, if in the winter, I sometimes do sweaters and pants in one, but whatever way works for you. And then I do underwear, workout clothes in a smaller one. And then I do things that maybe dresses and tops in a separate one.
Yeah.
So whatever makes most sense for you. But as long as there's not just throw everything in cubes and that's going to make it better. No, there needs to be a little bit of a thought process as to what you put in what cube. And also what works best for you. And then with the different colors, say that you're sharing bags, suitcases with your family members. Well, if each family member has a different color cube, then you know, okay, these are Bella's, or these are Marcelo's, or whatever. And then it's not going to be a free-for-all grab when you reach the destination.
So that makes
you have a hair that stands straight out.
It's excited. It's excited.
Yes.
So that is awesome, because the boys usually share.
Mhm.
Actually, Sebastian shares with Victor. I share with Cheeto. And
Okay.
Isabella gets her own
Okay.
because she
Whatever
wants her own.
works.
But I do like the colors. So no, that's on my to buy list
Yep. Yep.
because
Yeah, they're so inexpensive, and it's such a foolproof
Mhm.
system.
and I like that it has little holes.
Yeah.
Some of
So
them
you
have
see,
yes.
they have a little mesh in the front because you can see what's there.
Also,
I
too,
like
for
that a
dirty
lot.
clothes, it's nice
Yes.
to air out.
Yeah.
Usually, Victor's usually putting it in a plastic bag
Uh-huh.
with two boys.
Yeah. I know. I know. We do the same, and it's when you unload, you're like,
It's like
musty.
not okay to
Yeah.
like nose hairs hurts.
Yeah. That's TMI. TMI.
I have two boys, two growing boys. I'm like, oh my lord.
Yeah, but it's so yeah, the cubes, and it's really easy to kind of stack them on top of each other. So much more versatility.
I love
I
it.
have to say. So big tip. And then my last tip for today is your carry-on. So how many times have we not or the airline lost your luggage? You missed a connection, and then the bag went on, and you went somewhere else, and
I've had that happen.
or you're stuck somewhere and you can't get to your bags. So in your carry-on, you can do it in a cube, but have some backups in the carry-on. So I would have backup underwear. We did
Mhm.
this when we had little babies. We always had backup clothing, right? Because they
I don't know
threw
why
up
we
and-
stopped.
I don't know why we stopped either. But if you make all your family members have at least one change of clothes, because you can spill on the airplane too, or anywhere. So you can have extra pair of leggings or something that doesn't take up a lot of room, extra t-shirt, underwear, socks. So nice to get clean pair of socks.
Yes.
Because that way, if you're stuck somewhere, you have at least you get to your destination with some clean underwear,
Mhm.
and you don't look like someone threw up all over you.
No, I do this all the time.
Yeah.
We're fine. They're like, Mom, why? I even do this. My Sebastian went to Epcot
Uh-huh.
this past week, and Isabella went to Universal.
Uh-huh.
They both grabbed. I made them grab extra socks,
Okay.
and
Not
they
bad.
both thanked me.
All right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
having sweaty socks on is
No,
not
yeah, but
fun.
some of the rides have water,
Oh yeah. Oh
so it's
yes, I didn't
the
even think about that.
worst.
Yeah.
Walking in, I mean, even
Yeah.
though sometimes the sneakers get wet, but usually they'll take off their sneakers and go on the ride,
Ooh.
and then they have
Yeah.
wet socks.
Yeah.
So even I do that. That I still do.
Yeah.
I mean, they get everything extra.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least
I have a
one
backup
solid outfit.
toothbrush and
Yes.
all that. You can do some makeup wipes if you're a woman. Have that. Maybe a little moisturizer, lip balm, something.
Freshen up.
But having that extra top and bottom as well, in case you spill or
You never
something
know.
happens.
Love it.
Those are my packing tips. How do we feel?
Like
All
I
good.
wanna go
You've heard
away.
this. She's heard this before because I do talk about this in Style Club a lot.
No, but I think it's.
But I think there's so many times because we've stayed with a lot of friends when traveling with Mary Kay and also going on girls' trips. I don't know how many times friends go, "Oh, I forgot this," or "I didn't think about that," and you go, "Well, okay."
Or do you have this? Yes. Do you have
Yeah.
this? Yes.
Yep.
And they're like, why do you have that? And it's like, because like.
And then some
packed.
people pack for a month when they're gone for a long weekend.
Yes. That's.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like to carry too much stuff.
I don't either, but some people just think you never. But what that really means is that they haven't thought through. They didn't start early enough, so you didn't think through the outfits. There's no way that if you plan it, that you're going to bring too much. I mean, you're always going to have some extras, but I always want to leave a little room for shopping as well.
Yeah, no, and I tell the children too. If you pack it too much, there's no room for shopping. So they make sure they listen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When we went, just as a fun anecdote, when the kids were little, I mean, really little, and we were gone for a month, they had grown out of clothes during the trip. So we could kind of just leave the clothes to donation.
That's so funny.
in Sweden before we went back home. So we always had extra room in the suitcases because the clothes were too small.
Oh, that's funny. Well, when you go for a month.
Yes, and we went even longer sometimes when the kids were little. So, yep, they had to gone on to the next sites. Yep.
That's awesome.
That hopefully does not happen to you on
No.
vacation.
Can you imagine? Although sometimes I feel like they forget things on purpose. And depending on what it is.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, nope, I'm not buying it. They're like, Mom, nope,
Yeah,
you forgot it.
No,
I'm not buying it.
And I will say my husband, who has traveled for living since he was in his 20s as a professional tennis player, he won't listen to this episode, I think. He always forgets things.
Oh, okay.
Always.
Victor might listen to this, and he's like, what are you doing?
Because he travels for living too.
I'm at Walmart. Buying socks. I'm like, you forgot socks? Or buying underwear. You forgot your underwear?
Yes.
I'm like,
yep.
Or I miscounted the days. So 5 days, 2 pairs of underwear. I'm like,
so he didn't post it on his hanger.
Nope. Or planned for weather. Sometimes he's like, it's really cold. I'm like, did you check the weather? No. Okay.
Yeah.
But he packs a day. He usually packs the day of or the night before.
Now, Michael, he starts early enough. I think he's just, oh well.
Early enough and still forgets.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well.
All right. So happy vacay days.
Yes.
And we are going to talk a little more about how we stay healthy on vacation over the next week, how we prepare our business for vacation when we're gone.
Yes.
We have an episode we did last year, but we're going to repost that within the next couple of weeks. It's such a good one.
Yes. And then you're going to post links on cubes?
Yes, links on cubes and the very handy-dandy scale as well, because I think that's something everyone should have.
Love it. Well,
all right.
This was fun.
Oh, good.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.